Gaffer, final international break of the season, done and dusted. How have you managed these past couple of weeks with the players?
Just to recharge. After the Swansea game, I said that the players have worked extremely hard and they needed a break. You know, that winter was tough.
Sorry, on the injury front, how are we shaping up? Give a chance for players to get some more healing time in.
I think the only injury now we have is George. I think he's the only one left in the treatment room. Troy's been back out training and Lowell trained today. So everyone apart from George is raring to go.
Yeah, with 7 games of the season remaining, what is it that you want to see from this group between now and the end?
Just a positive end to the season, I think, to try and win as many games as we can. I said to the players on Wednesday that we had the break. The break is to recharge the battery to have a strong finish. So it's not to go into holiday mode, which can happen. We want to do the opposite and try and win games and fight to the end.
Do you believe that a strong finish to a campaign can carry over through the summer into the following campaign, or is the reset button hit and that's it?
No, it can have a positive, I think, because it happened to us in the last season. We had a good end and then we took that into the start. So I think it's positive, obviously. The problem you have is players leaving, players coming in, then you've got to then work with a different group, if you like, or a group that are new into the way you want to play. So yeah, that can have a little impact on the way you start, but majority of the players are still be here, I think.
Yeah, regardless of league position and where we finish up by May, are players now playing to convince you that they could be or should be part of your plans going into next year?
Which is something that I touched on before the Swansea game. Because we have near enough everyone fit now, then it's competition for places, and if anyone wants to drop off that level of performance and their attitude, then that makes my job easier, because planning for next season, everybody's always playing for their future. Every game you get judged, you're only as good as your last game. So yeah, everyone has to keep pushing themselves and performing, because things change all the time.
Do you get the impression, because of the injuries that we've had over the past weeks and months, that we're yet to see the very best of this group of players? There's even more to come from that group.
Yeah, I think we at Swansea, I think we showed what we're capable of. I know the result wasn't what it should have been, but I think the way we played, the high energy from front to back, we pressed well, we won the ball in good positions, and we done everything right apart from put the ball in the net, which is the most important thing. But on another day, I think we win the game comfortably, 3, 4, 5. It was that good of a performance. So obviously I want to win, but just to see the players perform the way they did and carry out what the instructions were, it was good.
What's your view on that sort of atmosphere and relationship between the players and the supporters at home? Do they need to get the crowd up off their feet, or do the crowd need to lift the players? Did it work both ways, that relationship?
I think it works both ways, but initially the players as a group have to get the fans off their seats, and we have the personnel to do that. So, but when that happens, obviously then you like to hear a reaction from the crowd, and they've been great, you know. Even at times when things hasn't been going as planned, they've still got behind the players and helped us grind out some important results. So yeah, I feel for them, because I want them to see like what we did at Swansea and Bristol, and hopefully Sunday that might happen.
If we turn our attentions to Sunday, what have you made of West Bromwich Albion, particularly under Steve Bruce?
Well, they're a good side. Nothing's changed. He's a good manager with good experience, and he's got a good group of players. They've got players that can hurt you, and they was in and around the top 6 and in the top 6 for most of the season. So when we played them at their place, there was nothing in the game. I think it would be another tight game. Someone just told me that we haven't beaten West Brom for 15 years. Like, that's crazy. So that's a stat that I don't like, and would like to put that right.
Yeah, you mentioned that fixture back at the Hawthorns in October. Do you see it being a similarly close contest? Because it was decided upon one little momentary lapse in concentration, that one effort that they did have. Is it a similar case going into this one?
Yeah, you have to carry out instruction from start to finish, and their goal was something that we'd worked on, and I know the lad really well, and you can't let him come inside, and that's what let us down on the night. We had a couple of decent chances ourselves, and so yeah, I expect it to go the same way. We have to do the right things in and out of possession, and if we do that, then it'll be a good game, I think.
Yeah, and although this isn't the main derby for ourselves or West Bromwich Albion in the region, is there still an added edge to these games when they are near neighbours, and there's a lot of sort of fan crossover as well, and there's bragging rights still at stake? Yeah,
and they've had it for a long time by the sounds of it. So yeah, we need to do the right thing, turn up, and we've had our rest. There's no excuses, and put on a show for our crowd.
Good luck for Sunday.
Cheers.